We are born into a mysterious place, an empty plane of sensory information, meaningless. For now. Welcome to the Semiosphere. In this place, the inhabitants use a system of complex signs to interact with the world and with other inhabitants. These signs shape the way we experience the world. Like the biosphere, the semiosphere regulates how humans act and directs how they evolve socially. But where the biosphere exerts its forces on humans, the semiosphere is collectively created and shared by humans. Everyone is using signs to convey information about the world, so children begin to do the same. The moment children start to make sense out of the stimuli, they are also making an important connection between their growing bodies, their conscious thoughts, and the physical world. As a result, we don't understand the world in a direct fashion. All of our experiences of the world are mediated by signs, which are historically and culturally made and gradually learned by newcomers to the semiosphere. The landscape of knowledge and human consciousness is an imaginary space. It is the landscape of the mind, full of meanings but containing no physical objects. There are just all of these multimodal understandings of the thing itself. And those representations can be combined with other representations continuously to create new meanings of the world without experiencing any new physical objects. It allows us to be creative, innovative, and to think in new ways. However, how we think and how we create our inner landscapes is shaped greatly by the culture into which we are born. Take beauty, for example. It differs greatly from culture to culture, or nonverbal gestures, which mean very different things in different places. Semioticians believe that consciousness is a state of belief. Beliefs can change, but reality does not. This happens both at a cultural level and at an individual level. When we are faced with an experience that our current beliefs can't account for, we have to invent a new belief or revise our current one. Thus, the inner landscape of representations is constantly changing as we grow and learn, as fashions change, and as human knowledge about the world evolves. The study of semiotics is by no means new. Currently, it is used as a method to study anything that is informed by sign-based activities. Common fields are body language, linguistics, media, advertising, and rituals. Only recently has a formal amalgamation of semiotics, learning theory, and education occurred. This has been called Edusemiotics. You may have already noted the similarity between constructivist theory and semiotics. Both believe that knowledge is constructed as we interact with the world, as opposed to simply existing and waiting to be found. A semiotic view of education sees it as a process of continuous inquiry and exploration, both formal and informal, through engagement with signs. Education cannot be reduced to set learning objectives or right and wrong answers for the purpose of tests. This robs education of so much richness. Semioticians see education as interactions and relations between students and teachers, teachers and teachers, students and students, people and environments, ourselves and others, and information. Edusemiotics hasn't worked its way into mainstream education yet, and it's still a relatively new branch of semiotics. However, a small but dedicated group of researchers is working really hard to bring the practical and philosophical implications of edusemiotics into the light. You can find links to some really wonderful resources in the description below.